Hello there. Welcome back. My name is Red Deer. Today we will be drawing or learning how to draw hands. Now, just a full disclaimer, right out of the gates, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is more of a learn with me and less of a this is how you do it type stream. So as long as we get rid of that potential misunderstanding out of the gates, we can begin. I hope. Hold on. So I will be following a guide that well, okay, I've got a picture right here. I believe, this is my personal philosophy here when it comes to learning. As long as you're learning, I think tracing is okay. You should always seek to take inspiration first and foremost. But you should never trace and claim that it is your own. What you traced was your own. It's even worse when you just blatantly steal. Like some of those GFX artists that like to harass poor innocent YouTubers on Twitter. I'd say you know who you are, but those are always bots. I think I'm preaching to the choir here. Oh well, what can you do? So I privated my last stream, Daggerfall, because I don't know if you saw my tweet. Probably not, because it does seem like, Twitter doesn't quite spread tweets from smaller Twitter users like they used to, even if you use hashtags. It's a very strange phenomenon. I don't know what to do about that, or what to do to get around that. I don't know what you would call it, a strange ban? I'm not really sure. Anyway, off topic, back on topic. I had to private the second stream on Tuesday. That's why you can't see it. Because I was using the Daggerfall Unity mod. And for a moment, it shows a directory, a file directory of where my save files are stored on my computer. Now, it doesn't show the full directory, and it doesn't even show a name that I really use anywhere, really. It's just a name that I've kind of had, and it's only like the partial. I mean, it wasn't even the whole name that I use for OneDrive. It's completely different than any of the names that I use before and after read. But I figured probably better safe than sorry. You know what I mean? You never know what people might be able to find out about you somewhere down the line. And I'm just a little guy. But, you know, I'm a little bit paranoid about my safety. The safety of those around me. So what we're doing here is I am focusing on the bones of the hand. See, in order to break the rules and find your own style when it comes to body portions, you must first master how the body is in reality, in real life. And then you have to understand the rules. This will help you better understand how to break them. This is what they teach you in clown school, believe it or not. Before you can go ahead and do the stunts wrong, you must first understand how to do them right. This way, you don't hurt yourself by accident. Or, as you know, if any of you guys have gone to the circus, probably not in recent years, but if you ever have, you would know. Clowns mess up a lot, but they're doing it on purpose. It's part of their craft to entertain. Kind of like how some streamers do sometimes. Sometimes they pretend to be an idiot. Sometimes a streamer sees a certain situation that could happen in the game before it happens, inside their mind. And they understand, hey, if this and this happened, I would have easy content. For example, a Minecraft streamer knows or sees in the corner of their eye a creeper is coming at them. So then they pretend not to see the creeper, and then they turn around and continue doing what they're doing. And then they are anticipating the creeper. If you've ever noticed, they seem to be distracted by something whenever they pretend not to see the creeper. And then, when the creeper inevitably sneaks up behind them and explodes, their response seems sometimes rehearsed. Because they knew the creeper was there. They knew to expect the creeper. It was all an act. You have been fooled. However, this is not always the case. Sometimes things just happen. Things just happen. You know how games are. I think a perfect example of somebody who's just kind of accidentally funny is Jerma. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I think some of the clips of his Among Us stream with Vinny and their friends and other streamers, I think that's the perfect example of somebody who's really genuinely not faking it at all. That just things happen because that's just how it is. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, let's go with that. It makes sense. Sometimes the streamer genuinely, the things that are happening in the game to the streamer genuinely happen for no reason. They're not trying to force anything, it just happens. The reason why I bring that up is because I want to just segue into style. You gotta understand what makes something... Hold on, I'm kind of rambling here. None of that made any sense. For the past, how many minutes? 4 minutes? Pretend they never happened. And I didn't say a word. And I didn't just go on a sleep-deprived ramble about things I don't understand. Oh, you probably think I'm crazy. That's fine. Alright, let's go on to the big bones. I'm trying not to rotate the hand quite so much. Although I'm going to have to rotate a little bit. There we go. This is very relaxing, don't you think? So to those of you who use Clip Studio Paint or any other digital software, do you use the key commands? Like, you know, Control Z, that sort of thing? Do any of you do that? I don't. I just started learning what they are, but ultimately, no. Ah, crap, this is too big. Oh well. What can you do? It's part of the process. Excuse me. My mouth is extremely dry. Excuse me. Yeah, no amount. Usually a hard candy will get my mouth moist enough for a stream. But it's only like 14 minutes, 15 minutes. And I wasn't even talking the whole time. I've got this cotton mouth. Excuse me, sorry. Just a minute. I got just the thing. Sorry, there's a bug. Sorry about that. There's a bug in my room. Go away. Shoo. It's like a tiny little thing. I don't even know what it is. It's like this very grayish beige color. But it's so very tiny. Like a baby moth, I think. Do baby moths fly? I don't know. I know I gotta get rid of him, otherwise he's gonna eat all my clothes. Because I have a wool jacket in my closet. I do not, repeat, do not want that moth eating my wool jacket. It is a vintage jacket. Very, very old, from the 90s. Found it in a storage unit that belonged to some old guy. He had a whole box of them. One of them was gifted to me. I believe the others were sold, but I'm not too sure. It is insert sports team here. It is a hockey jacket. I won't tell you who it is. Oh my goodness. Another thing that I've been told. Back to drawing it. Back to drawing, yeah. Another thing that I've been told is about drawing, of course. Don't worry too much about what the sketch looks like. It's a sketch. So if it ends up looking nothing like the sketch, like what you're copying, that's fine. You need the practice. Try not to erase so much. Focus on what you see before you, not what you see in your mind. Or as the saying goes, draw what you see. Don't get caught up on the finished product before you've even put the pen or pencil on the paper. Don't overthink it. Just draw. This looks like a weird shaped penis. Very strange shape. See? I almost erased the whole thing and started again. That is not the point of this exercise. I'm acting like I have no eraser. Or I'm pretending I have no eraser. So. Let's finish this bone before we move on. Bottom. And drink more water. You know, I really do miss this song when Ina used this song. I think I said it in the past, but around the time I decided to finally start drawing digitally, and I finally got my hands on Clip Studio Paint so that I could finally do the draw along stream, or I can finally draw with Ina during her stream on Sundays or Mondays. She stopped doing them. And that sucks. It sucked. But you know, you do something over and over at the same day every week. It gets tiresome. You want to do something else. That's fine. I find these days, since I started streaming myself, I have no time to watch streams. Pretty much almost all my free time is devoted to streaming. I do want to slowly start streaming more often too, because I really enjoy this. I really do. Do. The hell is this? Huh. I need to get a bigger desk. Well, not a bigger desk, just one with a little more room to operate on. So all my wires, I think it's because of my poor cable management. So I have all these wires like shoved to my left, which is not good. There we go. That's better. And then they get in the way of the key. I mean, of my keyboard. Sorry, I had my eraser. This is all on one layer, by the way. I never, as you can probably tell, I have never, ever received formal training for art. Shit. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Alright, we'll move on to the next set of bones. C. The C bones. Now, I don't know where I got this image. It's probably copyrighted, but it should be fine, right? I'm kidding. I got this from a Bing search. It was part of a drawing guide. Now, this particular drawing that I'm using here, to my left, that I'm copying, this one right here, this was part of a set, absolutely free, on Bing, or wherever this is from. I got it on Bing. Anyway. This was meant so that you could understand the concept of the hand. I don't know if it was intended to be copied like this. I am using it as a guide. It's the bottom bone. These are the bottom bones, so now we can move on to the C. I figured, I think I'm repeating myself. Now this bone's too big. I have to. Okay, don't you do this. But I'm gonna take this meta, whatever it is. Shit. There we go. Shrink it down. Because it's too big. There. I hate it. I hate it when that happens. The moment you pick it up, it moves. You see that? There. This is very relaxing. I like this. I don't now, and turn back to my stream. Or, I want to change the subject a little bit. I want to talk about the stream tonight. It is 5 past midnight tonight. It is not at noon tomorrow. I think that's part of the confusion you just have to deal with. Or you have to keep... what's the term? I'm very sleep deprived and I can't think of words right now. It's very confusing, the 12 o'clock thing. That's why I like the 24-hour clock. Because midnight is 0, 0. And then noon is 12. I personally like that more than the AM PM thing. Because then noon and past noon and past midnight become confusing to differentiate. Because midnight is the first hour of the new day. So then when you say Friday night at midnight, you actually mean Saturday. because midnight is the first hour of the new day. Therefore, Friday night midnight is Saturday. But then you can't say Saturday night because when you say Saturday night, it sounds like you mean the night of Saturday. Not the first hour, but the last hour. Like past 9 p.m. That sort of thing. So then the things get confusing. But it's understood that Friday night at midnight when you say midnight and Saturday, that is actually communicated to be Friday night. Does that make any sense at all? I feel like I'm just kind of rambling on and on and on. I hope you understand me. I hope somebody does. Anybody that's listening. Anyway. So my stream tonight is Tuesday night at 12:05, 5 past midnight, which is actually Wednesday. I'll be playing Civilization 6 because it was on sale on Steam. I don't know if any of you caught my Daggerfall stream before it went down. Before I took it down. But I was actually wrestling with getting my copy of Civilization 6 to work. Because I actually have a disc. And it turns out, based on my research, it was supposed to come with a code. So that you can use to download on Steam. Mine, since it was... I think at some point I did say it was brand new. It was not brand new. Somebody took the code, so it didn't come with it. I bought a used one. It's been years. It's been a very long time since I've even dusted it off. I think it was because I thought it came with the code. That's why I bought it. I think it was like $30. No, it wasn't $30. It was like $15. Half of that. I can't remember. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I didn't need the disc. I bought the game again. It was on sale. I got the Platinum Edition for $15 US. Came with all the DLC that I wanted. And the game. Pretty nice. So we'll be playing that tonight. I've been playing. Yes. Okay. So I bought it. Technically speaking, I bought the game 3 times. Now that I'm talking about it. Yeah. It's like Skyrim. Except I didn't buy Skyrim 3 times. I've only bought that game twice. Let me shrink this down. You know what I should have done with that money instead? Should have bought the 2.0 for Clip Studio Paint. Ow, ow, ow. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I had an itch in my nose, and then I scratched it in such a way that it tickled my nose. Oh, I've got a headache. Oh, my goodness. I think I rattled my brain. I'm very sorry, guys. I'm incoherent. I really should have just gone to bed. Oh, my goodness. I even had a rock star before the stream. I had my lunch. I took my vitamin. All that jazz. So at the moment, I'm currently between commissions and jobs. So not a whole lot for me to do. I've decided that until I get my next thing, my next gig, I think I'll be resting. Because I've been going at it very hard for, I think, these past 4 months. Hard as I could. And I think it's time I took it easy a little. I'll still stream all the days that I've scheduled. But, yeah. Behind the scenes, I'll be taking it easy. Why is it that I'm drawing these so big? I think that's another issue of mine. I focus too much on the shape. I completely forget about the size in relation to everything else. Yep. Interesting. And I just discovered a more precise way to shrink something that you've drawn. No, I gotta move on to the next bone. I mean the neighbor bone of the same set. So anyway, about the shit post this week. I can't really find anything that I would like to record. I'm gonna have to look a little bit more. But there's a good chance that there won't be one this week. I hope YouTube doesn't hate that. Yep. Oh, I've also heard that Civilization is considered like an old person game. So because you have to use your brain? Is that why? It might be a little too complicated for young people or people with short attention spans. But there's just so much to consider in the game. There's so many policies, so many ways to win, things to do. Honestly, I'm only playing my very first game in Civilization 6. I invested too much in the military too soon, to the point where I didn't have any units or resources for anything else. And I wish I had played the tutorial first. But did you know it cost money to maintain your units? And if you have like a whole bunch of military, that's fine if you're wealthy. But if you aren't, well, you're gonna have a hard time, friend. It's like every time I try to draw this stupid bone, it gets worse. So I'm just gonna move on. I did it again. These bones are too big. No, they're fine. No, now they're too small. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep going. I need the practice. I'm not turning this into anyone for a grade or giving this to people so that they can look at it. Which bone is this? I'm looking at the wrong bones. I'm looking at the wrong bones. I'm looking at the top bones. I'm looking at B. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I think this stream is definitely going to be the standard length of an hour. Oh my goodness, I can barely even draw straight. My hand and my brain aren't working together. There we go. Which bone is this again? This one. There we go. Move on to the next. This one's going to be a little bit bigger since it's closer to the camera. Or closer to the viewer. But not so much so that it dwarfs, completely dwarfs the others in size. Here's another thing you have to consider when drawing these. It's not going to be accurate. In fact, the person who drew this, they understood that it wasn't going to be 100% accurate, but they went along with it anyway, because that sort of thing did not stop them. And so, it should not stop you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, my head. I think once I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna go take a nap. Because I seem to be very tired, very thirsty. Speaking of thirsty, there's a skunk in my backyard. Or in the neighborhood. Sometimes he likes to go into the backyard to look for worms and bugs to eat. But whenever he's there, whenever he's in the backyard, or in our backyard, we can smell him. He smells like very dirty, unwashed sock. Sometimes he smells straight up like shit. It's very annoying to have him around. I kept joking around saying that I wanted to get a BB gun and shoot him. I don't actually want to do that, but he keeps coming back. And you have to, when it comes to a skunk, you have to respect him. Because if he's even just a tiny bit threatened, he's going to shoot you with his stink spray. And that smell's never coming off. That smell's not coming off for a long time. So you have to respect him. And because you have to pay him respect, it makes him annoying to deal with. Because even in death, the skunk is still going to smell you. He's going to stink you. Because then, in his final breath, he's going to spray the ground. And he's going to leak his stink. Excuse me. He's going to leak his stink. So don't shoot skunks, leave them be. But he also has to understand this is not his territory. This belongs to someone else. Stupid animal. Stupid skunk. I like that in the woods too. Oh, skunk people. They're a lot more pleasant to deal with. They don't smell nearly as bad, too. They always make an effort to smell good. They're very conscientious about their smell, at least in my experience. The only places that ever smell is their rooms. Skunk people usually let their hair down and stink up their rooms. I think it's instinct for them to mark the area in which they sleep in their sleep. But everywhere else, they make an effort to smell good. Or at the very least, mask their smells. I'm almost out of water. I can go a whole normal stream where I talk and I don't need water. But for a drawing stream, for whatever reason, I drink a lot of water. My mouth gets dry because I talk. I breathe through my nose. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna finish these bones and then I'm gonna go get some more water. Ooh. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stretch right now. Oh. Whoa, I got a cramp in my neck. I could feel it in my ear. Hold on. Okay, I can still hear out of that ear. Oh my goodness. That was weird. Very strange. Whoa. It hurts. It really hurts. Getting kind of tired of drawing this. And yeah, I'm getting a little, and then don't do what I'm doing, okay? I'm getting frustrated. It's okay if you get frustrated, but understand that it's not the end of the world when you mess it up. When you mess this up. Just erase and try again. Or, sorry, remember, it's just practice. You're only practicing. Come on, hand. That's another thing I need to look into. Getting a new drawing pad. One that has a couple hundred more pressure points. Or whatever the hell they're called. Okay, I got the middle bones now. No, not all of them. Hold on. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. You get it. You get it. It's a very stinky looking hand. Ow! Okay. Got those bones. Save. Now I'm gonna go get some more water. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a step out. Just a minute. Superb. I'll be back. I'm back. How you doing? You missed me? Alrighty. I got more water, and I took a moment, stretched a little, and ate some snacks. I had some jelly beans. You know, the Jelly Belly jelly beans. Those are the good ones. Ones with all the flavors. The different flavors. You know, where my dad works, one of the old ladies that he works with, she supposedly knows a guy who works at Jelly Belly. And she gets jelly beans for free. All these jelly beans. She always gives them to his department that he works at. He takes them. And so sometimes he brings some home. Oh, okay. Whenever he gets them from her, he brings them home. We get a whole bunch of bags of jelly beans. I really like the sour ones. But then the 30 flavor ones are really good too. But nobody touches them in my house. They don't like the flavors, and they don't like not knowing what the flavors are. And then both my parents, they need glasses now. to see, but they're very stubborn, you know, as with most of the things in their life. So they refuse to wear glasses. I don't know, I've worn glasses my whole life. Pretty much my whole life. When I want to see, I wear my glasses. So it's very difficult for me to understand their stubbornness. They would rather whine and complain for hours on end that they can't see than wear glasses. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like, you're old. You got bad eyesight now. Your eyes are bad. Okay, you know what? I'll take back the old part. It's like, you need glasses. Wear glasses. You know, it's different for me because I needed them my whole life. I'm nearsighted and I have astigmatism. So my vision's just kapooey. I need glasses. If I don't have glasses, I can't see. I can read without my glasses, but the letters have gotten to the point where they're starting to move. So I have to hold the paper a little bit close to my face, but you know, like 3 feet. Used to be like 3.5 to 4 feet, but now it's like 3 feet. I could still see just fine. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to wear my glasses when I want to look at something up close. It just feels like they're in the way. Like I'm looking at my microphone right now, and I'm looking at all of the little specks of fabric and dust. I really need to dust this thing off. I need to clean my room. It's a mess. Big fat hairy mess. Okay, it's been 53 minutes. I think I can move on from this. So I'm gonna circle it up like that. And I'm gonna shrink it down. As so. Then okay, come on, Streamlabs. Okay, I was worried it crashed. Oh, what a relief that it did not. Okay, so I shrunk it down. Now I'm gonna move on to new set. This one's a little bit more simplified for me, at least. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, the dust. Spring is definitely here. Sorry. I don't like blowing my nose on stream. But sometimes it just can't wait for me to tab out, go over to the volume and mute. And yeah, sure, I have an audio interface. I could just turn it off. But then as soon as I turn it back on, there's a high-pitched pop. And it sort of irritates my right ear. And I have no idea how loud it is on your end. Because I don't usually watch. When I do go back to watch my VODs, I usually don't watch the whole thing. I'll usually watch the first 10 minutes and the last 10 minutes. Or sometimes I'll watch you know what? No. Sometimes I do watch the whole thing. Now that I think about it. Oh my god, my head. I'm gonna stop right. I'm gonna stop for a moment. And I'm just gonna talk. Oh my goodness. I wanted a chill stream. But, you know, I think I might be coming down with something. That or Allergies. I haven't had allergies this bad since... am I allowed to say it? The cough. As people on YouTube have started to refer to it. The cough 19. Alrighty, back to work. Another thing, I remember back when I used to volunteer at the library, putting away the books. Sometimes I'd get assigned books that were for the art section, or the how to draw section. No, the art section. Arts and crafts. And let's start over. Where was I? Oh yes. And then there would be these books, these very old books on how to draw hands and people. And the one thing that would, the only thing that would ever stick out to me in one of them was the idea of breaking down complex structures into shapes, basic geometrical shapes. Oh, and there was this girl in high school that I had a crush on. Every time we had to draw like three-dimensional objects, she would always do a very quick sketch of three-dimensional objects and then shade them. And then she could use it as reference to whatever it was she was doing. And then that's how it solidified in my mind to break down things into shapes, basic geometrical shapes. And then do one further, and you turn those geometrical shapes into three-dimensional objects. I have like intestinal distress. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, I'm only gonna do this for about a couple more minutes. Because I still have a couple. Oh my god, I didn't mean for this drawing stream to turn into a me bitching and moaning stream. Sorry. I'm very sorry. I don't mean to go, an outburst like that. I really don't. I usually try to keep things positive. I don't mean to bring you guys down, but you know, sometimes there aren't a whole lot of people in my life. Even fewer willing to sit down and listen to me. So I don't really have anybody in my life to complain to. At least, not anyone who would understand and not try to use it against me later. I hope none of you understand what I mean. But I get this terrible feeling that you might. Some of you might. And so, yeah, I don't have a lot of people in my life to really sit down and complain to. The stream is pretty much it for me. I just get my thing to do. I do it. Away I go. That's that. At least as of yet, I have not communicated with a VTuber that I could vibe with. A fellow VTuber that I could really vibe with. They're always somebody that wants something. Because sometimes they seem like really nice people. And then I go and talk to them, and then they just start talking about numbers and things like that. Like I ran out of luck. And I keep running into the bad VTubers. The ones that are only streaming for all the wrong reasons. Like some of them will just stop talking to me once they find out I have less than 20 subscribers. It's like, you're approaching this the wrong way if you think collabs are going to give you growth. It is exactly like Vesper said. Collabs don't fester growth. They just don't. Because your audience is going to want to watch your solo content. Collabs are fun. And you should only ever do them when you want to learn how the other person you're collabing with does their stuff. You know, how do they do their systems? What do they do to get ready for a stream? That sort of thing. What are they like firsthand when they're streaming? Or, you know, you really know them. Or you want to know them. They're a lot of fun to be around. So collabing with them is a no-brainer. You never, ever, ever, ever collab because you think it's going to help your channel grow. It's not going to happen. Doesn't work that way. The sooner you stop lying to yourself, the better. Sorry, I got on my soapbox again. Anyway, very disheartening. Very disheartening, I would say. Oh well, there's nothing I can do. I'm gonna keep on looking. Because that is another reason I became a VTuber. You know, so I can have some friends. That, you know, it's getting pretty hard to do that. Oh, sorry. I dropped something. Yeah, okay, this is alright. Not terrible. This is not good. I need to find another way to keep my mouth moist. There was this old voice actor trick I used to do, where I would chew on I would chew on a Starburst before I would get into the booth to record. Or sometimes I would eat some chips. But I don't have any of those on my person or in my house. We have lots of chips. I didn't think about that. Yeah. Yes. I should have had some chips before before my stream. Maybe tonight. Maybe I'll have better luck tonight. I'm gonna finish this hand up, and then I'm gonna call it a stream. Then we'll call it a day. There it is. Back to what I was talking about earlier. I don't have time to really watch streams as much during the day, at least, as I used to. I just get up too late these days. And so I miss the endings, or the ending portions of, let's say, rainy streams. Sometimes I don't get to watch Vesper like I want to. And other times I'm just too busy to really tune into Ina's streams. Although she is taking another break because she got very, very sick. It's a shame because she already took a break she took a very long break from streaming late last year. Late last year due to health reasons. That sucks. You know, sometimes you need to slow down. Like me, for example. You hear me coughing and wheezing and whining about being sick or not having to drink a whole bunch of water. And then my mouth is still very dry. I got this phlegm too. I'm gonna spare you the details. But another thing about sugar, ladies and gentlemen. Take it from I guess, you never really stop being a voice actor. I feel like acting, or any subset of acting, is a trade. You never really stop doing that. You never really stop doing it. Well, anyway, back when I was a more dedicated voice actor, I learned that dairy products were worse than sugar, and that it would attract phlegm into your vocal cords and would create this like curling in your voice. And you'd get this buildup. I know that some singers, they like to drink olive oil before they start singing. It's like, hey, you know, whatever saves your voice. Maybe I'll drink some olive oil before tonight's stream. And then on Friday night stream, maybe I'll do that there too. Or instead. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for a shit post, because I still want to do it. I still want to post it on Friday, but I haven't recorded it yet. To the past, I've had it recorded days in advance. And I would tell YouTube to release it sometime Friday. Now, and with the exception of the snake one, I posted that one at the moment I was finished with it. Or almost as soon as I was finished with it. Excuse me. Oh. Oh my goodness, excuse me. God, it's a little bit frustrating. I'm getting a little bit frustrated with my bodily functions. And my brain, and just, you know, me. Getting a little tired of me. If you know what I mean. Oh well. What can you do? It's something I say a lot. It's like, oh well, what can you do? Can't be helped. And you can't control everything. Like today, it's just not. So far, this week of streams, like yesterday and today, just haven't been optimal. But at the same time, not everything goes according to plan. And I really need to learn to accept that. It's just, it is what it is. I've been like that in life. I need to be like that on stream. Especially since I created Red to be a bit of what I want to be as a person. These last couple streams, I have to admit, I've been using him just to vent some frustration. That's not what I want to do all the time, anyway. Because I think it is important to be honest. It is important to be honest with the audience about, your inner workings. Not completely transparent, but to share some things. It helps you and the audience grow together. That's what I believe. Or help each other understand each other a little better. And if there are people that don't like it, lets them know now's the time to leave. Or if they do like it, it tells them, hey, maybe you should stick around a little more. That sort of thing. I think it's a pretty dangerous thing to just upfront tell the audience, I don't need you. It's like, yeah, you do. Any streamer that tells you they don't need you, they're lying to you. They do need you. Because without you, they can't do this. They can't continue to do the stream. So yes, in fact, they do need you. And you chat, you need us. But we definitely need you more than you need us. Because here's the thing. Streamer without an audience, well, he can only go so far. Like if nobody watches his things, and he makes no effort to grow, he cannot grow. Well, then that's that. He can only go for as long as his motivation allows him. But eventually, without any kind of confirmation that what he's doing is being seen, he will give up and pursue something else. However, the audience, the transaction is a lot more passive. You come in, you are entertained, you stay. And then when the entertainment stops, you come back for more. However, if you do not like what you see, you stop, and then you go and find something that you do like. Does not require as much effort, but it is just as important. Another one of my ramblings. I don't know. I'm having a blast, and I feel like I could say thank you a million times, and then it just wouldn't be enough. I got a long way to go, both as a streamer and as an entertainer. Have to keep, I don't know. I feel like if I'm cheerful, I'll be cheerful. If I'm not feeling that way, I won't be that way. I will try to be as positive as I can possibly be in any moment that I am alive or that I am streaming. But if it hurts me too much to fake it, I won't. But I'm still gonna try. You feel me? Because I feel like a good, positive place to, just sit down. Not so positive that it feels forced, but positive that it just puts things back into perspective. Especially if you're having a bad day. Like today, for me, at least. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst. You know what I mean? Things weren't weren't going according to plan. That's all right. I will have to admit, it was pretty hilarious that just 2 days after, a little after I bought Civilization 6 on PlayStation, I started looking for my PC copy because I knew I had it and I never played it. And so I went to the neighbors and I asked if I could borrow their disk drive because I know they have one. And they say, yeah. And it's just, it's a USB disk drive. I don't know if they still make them, but it's an external device meant for your laptop if it doesn't have one. If it doesn't have a disk drive. So I have that, and I tried to burn my copy because for some reason it wasn't, okay, the game would run because, you know, it's a disc. But I wanted to have a permanent access to the game without ever having to put my disc back in. And then I had trouble with that. It would open, it wouldn't function. I don't know what I did wrong. I should have looked up a guide on how to handle ISO files. Anyway. So then I learned it's supposed to have a Steam code, and I don't necessarily have the disc. I said, okay, where's the code? I couldn't find it. That's on me. And then I wrestle with this thing, and I have to give back the disc drive because that's not mine. And then I start considering buying a new one, buying a disc drive, and then lo and behold, on Steam, 90% off Civilization 6 because they just announced Civilization 7. And I thought, hell yeah. The fates are laughing at me. And so I just buy the Platinum Edition with the DLCs I didn't have. And I put the disc somewhere, but now I can't find it. And you know what? I think it's for the best. That was a little bit frustrating. I didn't want to have to buy it again, but it's a really good game. God, it's so much fun. Just figuring out all these things. And then for the DLC, I want to play Canada. I want to play as Canada, or whatever the leader is called. It does not come with Abraham Lincoln, which is a shame, but it does come with something better. The base game, it comes with Teddy Roosevelt. He's a certified badass. Probably the last badass we had as a president. But I can't go too far into that because there are a lot of people, Americans in particular, who like to get offended over even the mention of anyone with any kind of political history that they disagree with even slightly. Oh, America. Never change. Actually, yes, please change. But for the better, not for the worst. Not for the worse. Alrighty. Not a whole lot done. Not even finished, as you can see. An hour, 20 minutes. Ugh. Man. It was nice. I really wish I could do this a little longer, but I have other things I need to do today. Actually, you know what? No. How about this? Let's try and do the shading part here. I think I can do that. Let's do that. New layer. We'll use a bit of a gray color. It looks like they're using some kind of hashing for this. Okay, let's do this. Let's use a thinner. Get rid of it all. Oh no! There we go. And we'll use a thinner thing. keep forgetting about Vampire the Masquerade. Don't know what made me think of it just now. I kept saying I was gonna play that game, but then it just never come around to it. Another game that I have sitting in my Steam library, amongst a lot of other games, is Bully. I think when I'm in the mood for that game, I'll play it. I'm not really in the mood for a game like that. I don't know, I think after Persona 5 Royal for me, I got really burned out over the whole high school simulator thing. I just didn't want to do anything that involves a school anymore. I don't even want to sit down and watch streams about it. That's how bad it got for me. I just want to check out something else. And that's that. Is that so wrong? No, I don't think so. So it looks like there's a bit of a highlight. White. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, okay, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let's do this. No. This one. Big pencil. Okay. There we go. Even bigger. I'll drop this below the base layer. There we go. Nope. Where'd it go? There it is. I don't care how it looks. The concepts are more important. Yeah, I'll go a little bit longer. Now that I've got the pep back in my step. Excuse me. Is it the dust in the air? It's absorbing the moisture in my mouth? Or is it how much I'm talking? Man, oh man. Another thing that's important to consume, not just water, but salt. You need sodium in your body to help you absorb the salt. I mean, to help you absorb the water into your body. Because if you don't drink, if you don't have any electrolytes or sodium in your body, you're gonna overhydrate. Your body's not gonna know isn't going to be able to absorb the water that you drink. So it's very important to drink, to have sodium. Oh, and B vitamins. They come naturally in meat. Vegetarians have to, vegans especially, they have to take dietary supplements. Because there is no B vitamins in any of the foods they eat. And without any B vitamins, Your body can't generate energy. You pretty much need energy for everything, including brain function and heart rate. And your heart needs energy too. No B vitamins is what I'm saying is no B vitamins, it means death. Okay, what a cheery thought to leave on. All right, guys. Hope you've been following along. If not, that's okay. I hope you learned something about the hand and the importance of maintaining a positive attitude and hydration. Yes. I was never formally trained. Everything that I know how to do, I learned in art class. Yep. Okay. That looks about right. And then this steadily becomes this. Even though that is a very scary looking hand, the idea is that it becomes something more. But this is the basic structure. Yep. Alrighty. Well. Yeah, that's about it. I had another thing prepared in case I needed to go a little longer. Or I wanted to go a little longer. It was this. Right here. So if you want to do this, you want to follow along to this, you can go right ahead. I'll leave it here so you can take your... Hold on. I'm in the way. Put this here. And I'll move myself. Come on. There we go. I'll move myself out of the way just a little bit so you can take your screenshots. Or, hopefully this helps you find it. Don't know who that is. Don't even know if this is still on their site. But yeah, there it is. Go ahead and take your screenshot. If you want to continue this on your own time. Good? You got it? Awesome. Okay. So then, that's it. I'm gonna go I'm gonna go take a nap. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys learned something. I know I had fun. And I learned something about myself. No, not really. I didn't learn anything. I'll see you guys tonight. If not, I'll see you Friday night. Or Sunday or whatever. No, Monday, sorry. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming. Hope you guys had a wonderful time. Yeah, no new announcements, anything like that. Just gonna thank you for your support. I will see you guys at the next stream. Good night, everyone. Good night, everybody. Sorry, one more thing. Sorry about the sequencing. How the songs overlap and they won't. That's me manually shutting off the audio sources. I don't know if you can hear me. That's me manually shutting off the audio sources. So I don't know what happened, but my sequences broke. So I have to reset them, and I haven't done that yet. All right, say goodbye. Say goodbye. See ya.